What is up, YouTube? Today we are doing part 2 of fixing the homemade lifted go-kart. Now, in part 1 was all about getting rid of the old engine, putting in the new one. Now, I was really surprised at how many people didn't really like what I did with the old engine. Now, let me explain a couple things. Now, that wasn't just an engine that just quit on me. I put hours and hours. I can't even count how many hours I've put into trying and getting that old engine to run. Now, I had it with that engine. I was so tired of it that I really wanted to just destroy that thing. Now, that's why I just completely destroyed it. Now, some of you were saying like, "Oh, that was a good engine. Why did I destroy it? That was a good cover on it. You wanted the pull cord. Pull cord didn't work. Yes, the cover on the engine was in decent shape, but you know, they're not that hard to come by. I go to the scrapyard a lot. Now, a lot of you may not have a scrapyard, but where I go to the scrapyard, these engines aren't that uncommon. So for me, that you can find these things anywhere, but that engine was such a piece of shit that I just really wanted to get rid of it. I was taking it to the scrapyard anyway. I said to myself, well, I might as well have some fun. So again, I didn't expect how many people telling me that I shouldn't have destroyed that thing. I was taking it to the scrapyard anyway, so what the hell. Anyway, moving on. So, got the new engine on here. It runs. Now, there's a bit of an issue with having the gas tank as tall as it is. The reason the gas tank is so high is because, therefore, when I put the body on this thing, I can fill the gas tank without having to take the body off, because right now I have it to where I drilled a hole in the body and the gas cap sticks out of the body of the thing I put on here. So in me doing that, it makes it to where the gas tank is really high where the carburetor is, therefore it carburetor leaks no matter what I do. So to fix that, I'm going to go to Tractor Supply later today and buy a fuel on-off switch. Hopefully it'll fix it. Hopefully when I want to run the engine, I'll just turn the fuel on, run it. Hopefully it shouldn't leak when the motor's running. And when I'm done with it, I'll just shut it off. Hopefully it won't leak. So yeah, hopefully that'll fix that. But this part 2 should be simple. All we need to do is find some pulleys and put them on here, find a belt that fits, put it on, and see if it works. If it's too slow, I'll end up... I'm kind of thinking of doing a 1-to-1 pulleys, and I know that would make it really slow, but really, let me show you what I kind of want to do. Alright, so these are the pulleys that I found that will work. This is the original one that I had on the old motor, and we're going to use this one. Now, the one for the gearbox, I kind of wanted to do a little bit bigger one for the gearbox, but this is the only one I can find. I could go buy one, but I'm kind of curious to see what would happen if I put this one on. So we're just going to stick these 2 pulleys on there, find a belt that fits, and make sure the clutch works, and take it for a test drive. And oh, a couple of people said in the comments, you know, the giant hammer that I used to smash the old motor, they were kind of curious about it, so I thought I might as well show it. Yes, it is a Thor hammer. I call it the Thor hammer because that's what I modeled it off of when I made it. I made it like 2 or 3 semesters ago in my welding school. This is 1/4 inch plate, and I believe this is also 1/4 inch. This whole thing is 1/4 inch plate, and it's pretty heavy. I'm not quite sure how heavy it is, but you know, it's pretty heavy. Also, the part where I used to dent the motor got really dented up, so you know, it can take a beating pretty well. I mean, I smashed the hell out of that engine, and you know, it's a little bit dented, a little bit concave, but it held up pretty well. So that's the hammer that I used to smash the motor, in case y'all were wondering. Also, one other thing I want to say, that 360 camera that thing was a piece of garbage. It didn't work. I went through 2 of them. The first one I got quit. It just died, so I took it back to where I bought it. Got a new one. That one was also garbage, so I brought that in and exchanged it for a GoPro Hero Session. This isn't the 4K version, unfortunately, but it should be better than the 360 camera. That 360 camera, the videos were cool, but they were so blurry and choppy that you really can't really enjoy it. It's just so blurry, plus that technology hasn't really been perfected yet. So I'm going to give it a couple years and maybe I'll buy another one. Maybe I'll buy the 4K camera, the 4K 360 Fly in a couple years. But for now, I have this GoPro Hero Session. Unfortunately, it's not the 4K, but it will work for now. Anyway, back to the go-kart. We have the pulleys. Now we gotta just put them on. Alright, we got the throttle hooked up. We got the belt and clutch hooked up. Belt's pretty tight right now, and this pulley may be a little bit too small, but we're going to find out if it works right now. Let's take this thing for a test drive. Let's see if it actually moves. Hopefully it does. Hopefully this motor doesn't blow up behind me. Alright. Recording. Yep, okay. I'm hoping that this thing is not going to blow up. Oh, it would help to put gas in the tank. That would help a lot. I don't want to put in too much, because it's all just going to leak out again. Because I haven't put in that on-off fuel switch. That should be good. Put this over here. Still recording? Yep, we're good. Dead battery, almost. There we go. It's in neutral right now, so. Oh. Oh, fuck. thing has no brakes whatsoever. Oh, this thing is scary as hell to drive. Damn. Alright, wow, this thing is actually it's pretty fun. I'm surprised at how well the this gear ratio works, because last time, ooh, that's hot. Yeah. The belt may not last as long as I would hope, but hey, it works. I rode it around for a little bit and I don't really see that much wear on the belt. I mean, this pulley is very hot, but yeah, that's kind of to be expected. But one thing I do want to fix is the brakes. There is no brakes when you're going backwards, and some brakes when you're going forward. The brakes on here right now are basically really jerry-rigged pulleys with stationary belts. If you've seen me build this thing or seen a couple of my projects, I've used these very jerry-rigged brakes. It's basically just a belt that's stationary on that side, and then the top gets pulled in when I push the brake in. It's basically like a drum, not a drum brake, but a band brake, where there's that little band of metal and rubber, whatever it is. It's basically the same thing, only with a pulley and belt. It kind of works, but on here it doesn't work at all. I may have to tighten these up. That may be all I have to fix, and it may work. But I'm gonna definitely fix the brakes, because that's a definite must. I'm surprised. Wow, this thing's pretty fun. The motor didn't want to start up at first. It the carburetor flooded, and I kind of had to turn it over a little bit. The battery was almost dead, and but it finally started up. And I also filmed a little bit with my new 360, or not 360, the GoPro Hero Session on a stick. I filmed a little bit with that. I'm not sure how well that's gonna look, but hopefully it looks pretty cool. And I rode around the yard a little bit with that. So wow, this thing's pretty fun. I'm probably gonna call it done with this video right here, just because it works, and really the only thing I want to change is the brakes. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the end of part 2. Part 3 is going to be tuning up whatever needs to be tuned up, putting the body on, and fixing the brakes also, and you know, just miscellaneous stuff like that. But for now, it works pretty well. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and have a nice day.